Hello, friends. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Yeah, one of the first nice weather days. I'm going to set this timer for 20 minutes. Let's go through detox. I'll be talking fast because there's a lot to cover. My brain's a bit jumbled. I took olive leaf today and have been really stepping it up, whether it's from chemtrails or from the roller rink. I'm not sure. My money's on the chemtrails. My husband says roller rink, but I think I would lick one of their poles to prove a point if it would win me the argument. So that's where I'm at with that. It's been 3 days of nasty smuck out there, and we are just testing for everything on the cabinet lately. It's been rough. So 20 minutes. Which one? Here we go. On the clock, and I already have air hunger today going, which isn't a huge surprise. The more I'm toxic from treatment or food or whatever, the more nerves trigger that in me these days. Other than that, I don't really see it, aside from when I turn this camera on with you guys. And forgive my kids and their playful chatter, and the dishwasher, hopefully we can manage. I'll try to raise my voice here. Okay, so one of the first and easiest I have would be lemon water. Everybody can get a hold of lemons. I have these nice antique juicers that my dad got me from the antique store back when I was still bedridden. He got me 2 of them. I had to stop him because it looked like he was on a roll and was just going to bring me a juicer every weekend. So bless him for showing up, but I really wish he would have stayed away during those days. I was so toxic with anxiety and encephalitis that I could have crawled under the bed when he showed up. And there were days, weekends, that I never came out from the bedroom at all. He would say hi, bye, and yell it down the hallway, and I couldn't even bring myself to respond. That's how terrified I was. Just in my own neuro shell-shocked awfulness after starting antibiotic treatment and then moving on to the bees and then yada yada, with zero organ support really, except for lemon water and Epsom salt baths, which were all they had really directed me to at the time. They being Lyme literate doctors, which I have mixed feelings about. They can be a savior. They have been a savior in my situation twice. Once they told me that the things in the syringes weren't all that were cracked up to be and got me to stop that train. And another time, one of them directed me to the bees, which at the time I was on my deathbed and he knew it. And he knew I had little 18-month babies looking at me, needing their mama. So, yeah, he directed me to live bee venom, which at the time I thought was a pill or something. I had no idea what I was getting into. It's actually stinging yourself with live bees. But that's the opposite of detox, because you better detox your ass off if you're going to go that route. So, beautiful dishes. Okay. Along with those beautiful dishes, I have this beautiful pitcher, which I don't use all that much. It's a lovely medium size, just enough for 4 drinks for me and the girls and my husband if he wants one. But it is nice in the summertime to fancy things up. You can add a little bit of muddled lavender in there and have lavender lemonade. By lemonade, I usually just mean lemon and water, filtered water. We use a Berkey gravity filter. I'm a little on the edge right there with those. I've been using it for almost 10 years now, but I really want a distiller. I'm drawn to getting my own countertop distiller, but that's a pretty penny. So this is where we're at right now. At least these remove fluoride supposedly and some other contaminant. So yes, this what else? The lavender. Oh, stevia. If you're gonna now be careful with this, or you can grow your own stevia plant and muddle a leaf of that for sweetness if you're into sweet lemonade. If you want stevia in a bottle or in a powdered form or whatever, I recommend this, and probably only this. This is Nutrimedix Stevia. A bottle of this will last you forever. You can also take it one drop at a time, pulsed in. Again, pulsing is like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, or even just once a week, take a week off. Pulsing can be anything. It just means not at a regular delivery. This will break up biofilms, which hide all your parasites, your yeast, all your snuggly little communities of jerks. So be careful with this, because when you let them out, especially if you let them out and then you drop a killer bomb on them, which is kind of how you like to play things. But sometimes you can just let them out and try to let your immune system fight them too. That's a good thing. So it is good to start incorporating these into things like lemonades and stuff. I don't do it quite enough because I am a biofilm mess, and so are my kids. So anyways, pretty dishes. Sometimes these little things, they mean the world. Soul healing is really, really important to the whole picture. And that might mean something as silly as this last year I found out that I wanted waterproof Great Lash mascara. Now that stuff is a toxic mess, but I started using it in Alabama when we went on vacation, and it brought back a little piece of my femininity that I hadn't realized. My eyelashes had kind of thinned more than I liked, and I'm a dark-haired girl. I was used to dark eyelashes, so getting a bottle of that right now has made me happy. Even when I don't do the rest of the makeup, sometimes I slap that on and I feel better. Eventually I will get a natural one. All the rest of my makeup is all natural, and I have spent a long time collecting it and getting the best of the very best for me and my gals. But that's one thing I haven't found yet that worked for me. I bought one and it was gloopy and so. Okay, I'm already getting sidetracked. All right, next, everybody can get this organic, traditional medicinals, everyday detox tea. Target carries these. Your grocery store might carry these. Amazon carries them in a 6-pack. They have some other, but the pricing can be really wonky on that. The 6-pack is right about on. It's they should be about $5 a piece. I also found this organics. Where was that? For us it's Jewel Osco, but I have no idea where y'all are located. This is lemon ginger. That's really good. Before I thought ginger treats candida, which is great, but I had no idea. I just recently stumbled across ginger also protects glutathione, your master detox antioxidant, I want to say. So I have been working my way onto Energetics Core Ginger, which I believe is just ginger. Yeah. And that I typically test for about 4 drops at a time, especially after indiscretions and stuff like that. But now I'm really just taking it all day long. And I also use, I forgot to show you that, a ginger organic tea bag. It's a bag of a bunch of them. These guys from Amazon. It's a really good value and really strong. You want to steep it quite a while, like 10 minutes on that. But the Everyday Detox has cleavers and some other things that help along with that too. Oh boy, I'm not going to make it, am I? Okay. Then you can get these dry skin brushes. I have the one I used all through my journey was Yerba Prima, and it came on a stick on Amazon. I slid the stick out, threw that away right away because I didn't need it. Hold it like this, and you're gonna brush your skin all to your heart center. Don't forget the tops of your feet and your toes and the back of your knees, and you get this tingly sensation like when girls used to braid your hair in class, which was never enough, and they didn't pick you all the time. But when they did, you'd get that tingles up the back of your neck. That, I believe, is lymph moving. Same with when you have a really strong pee and you've been holding it for a while and you get that. I love that feeling. And you can create that yourself by dry skin brushing. I recommend going in the bathtub to do it, because if you ever do it in the sunlight or something, you can see you are really knocking some little flakies off. Now I have this one, also Amazon, with a little strap. This is much softer. The Yerba Prima takes some getting used to. It's actually some pretty rough bristles. Oh, I needed that. Sometimes I do it like with my feet just on a rough mat or some rough surface you can find, and it's doing the same thing there. This one I had gotten for the girls back when they were little and they wanted to be like mommy. They don't use it much, but we're trying to get back to it. And then I also have one of these for the dogs. Really, that's what brushing your dog is all about, other than moving the oils through their hair from the root throughout, like we all should be doing with wooden brushes or natural fibers, but also to move lymph. So lymph is one of the key detox systems. How do you move it? Ways like that. Rebounding, so trampoline or a rebounder, which is like this thing that shakes your feet. I don't have one yet. I'd like to get one. I like jumping jacks, but I improved them way back when. I would do my bee venom, and then I would do sets of jumping jacks to move it through my body. Instinctively, I came up with that, although I probably could have like damn near exploded my heart back then too. But I like clap jacks because it gives you a audio feedback with that. So I'll just come all the way around and clap my hands at the top when I do them. And I do sets of 20 of those. I was doing them three sets would be a great day. I haven't been on that in a while. I should get back to it. I was just thinking about it. As everything, the tools just come at me like constantly, and I'm like, I do everything I can all the time, which is great because there's always a rotation. I run out of certain medicines. I pick up more medicines, and it's just a continual, I never need to stress about, oh, we don't have this on hand now, because something else will fall in its place, whether it's the original thing or something different. And then you're kind of just continually rotating. Magnesium oil. Magnesium is super important. Most people know about this, whether it's in the form of Epsom salt for Epsom salt baths. Those would be your big detox, things like that, or sauna. But you can buy these really inexpensive bottles. I like this Life Flow one from Amazon. It's, I don't remember, 10 something or, right in there. And this thing lasts forever. Couple sprays, you're looking to get it on the arches of your feet, so the rainbows. And that is your most absorbent spot. So typically you would have been outside gardening barefoot day in, day out, and your feet would have literally been drinking the earth. And that is one of the things we're missing. And then even when you are consuming a lot of veg or anything grown in the earth, root vegetables, they are coming from very depleted soil now. None of the organic scrap is going back into the earth in these systems. So even if they're marked organic, but aside from that, if you get into the conventional root vegetables, you're talking about fungicide. And that one, it hits me hard. So if you're heavy yeast or heavy living in a mold situation, watch that. Watch your potatoes, watch sweet potatoes, watch peanuts, anything that would come from the ground. I think peanuts is a ground nut. Other than that, they're really moldy from transportation. Peanuts, they know, is super moldy. Pau d'Arco, I just read that this is a bit of a detoxy one. Now, and then I looked into it because it's been tested a lot for me lately. And actually, its detox method is because it's a bit of a laxative, which normally I don't need, but I was playing around with my bentonite clay because I've been doing so much treatment lately, which is not really like me, but it's dovetailing with these videos. Bentonite beauty clay, those binders, they can be good to mop up some messes whether you're doing heavy treatment or you need to really detox. I'm new to that. Be careful if you have mercury with some of the binding. I've been told by my kid's Lyme doctor that it is okay. They're different departments in your body, different gradients, and pulling from the gut like that is not going to pull the mercury out of your mouth with blinders. I've gone back and forth with that. I still wouldn't do oil pulling for sure if you have mercury in. Okay, so let's get to the main detox herbs before I totally run out of time, because I never realized there was a clock on there. That's real nice. I'll have to use that. Okay, red clover, big one. I just recently switched to this brand, this Hawaii Farm. I have a couple of theirs. One was never testing for me. It was a pain med. We'll get into pain another day. But this one, I got it, and you can taste the sweetness. It's lovely, lovely product. $20 on that. I would, you could take quite a bit. 9 to 20 drops of that. It's a nice rinse, nice and gentle. Milk thistle, super important. This is the Herb Farm ones. These are 10 to 15 bucks on Amazon. I need a bigger bottle of this for the next round. Milk thistle has actually been proven to regrow liver cells. You can regrow yourself a new liver. So if you're a drinker, if you're an ex-drinker, if your liver just needs support because you're going through treatment or starting to detox, this is important. You might not need as much as red clover, but still, once a day or so, hit 9 drops of milk thistle or so. Again, do all these at your own risk and in the amounts that your body tells you to. But liver, gallbladder, kidneys, those are some of the big ones that you're looking at when it comes to detox. Okay, kidneys wants to be talked about. So I have hydrangea, Secrets of the Tribe. There's also one in energetics that I've been leaning towards. Next time I will purchase that one. But this has been really helpful. Really, really helpful. I grew up with urinary tract problems, and my body has wanted this in the detox avenue. Energetics also has a Renacord, which is your renal system, your urinary and kidney. And then two others, or a couple others that fall in that category would be something like Uva Ursi for urinary. Again, that wouldn't be, now I'm jumping ahead, because this would not be detox. This would be a killer. This would be just urinary tract help. But since I was going through the rest of that category, and then goldenrod would be the other one for urinary tract killer type stuff. Now, there are other products I would get into if we're talking about UTIs and stuff. There's a Demonos I would recommend for that as far as rinsing. Okay, liver health is a good one by Herb Farm. I just came across this little fella. He's handy dandy. Spilanthes. Plus he's fun to say. Spilanthes. Yeah, he's good. I like him. 9 drops at a time whenever you need him. Black radish is a good one. Energetics has that. Now that's a blend of stuff on that one. But that is it has thistle and beetroot. Beets. Ooh, beets are no good for me because of oxalates. I do test for this occasionally though. Yeah, I really have to watch beets. Beets about killed me one time when I started juicing them. Metal Cord by Energetics. Super important. I posted this recently with the sky smut, the lines. Yeah, that is not contrail steers. That is not. If it were, the damn planes would be falling out of the air. Because you look at a line and half the time it'll go sputter, 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 stop. Sputter, 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 stop. From the same plane. So if that were the exhaust from the engines, then the engines just gave out and the damn thing would be falling in your backyard. Besides that, if you look it up, they actually say they're doing it. So it's all about the confusion game. They say, oh, these people are conspiracy theorists, and then they say, oh, but we have it written right here. We geoengineer everything. Rain, snow, hurricanes, the metals that were blocking out the sun to save you from harmful ozone, all those things. But then turn around again, oh no, we don't do that. They're conspiracy theorists. So then we're fighting amongst ourselves, and you never get to the bottom of anything. And that is exactly what they want. How come I'm at 20 minutes here and my alarm went off? 40 seconds there because I started a minute late. Sorry. Vac cord. Back on that same line. That tests a lot with this Sky Smut. Again, 9 drops of that or something will help remove some stuff. Posted this one. This is a doggy thing. I like this company, Adored Beast. It's their rebalancer. It was formerly their vaccinosis one. I probably shouldn't be saying all these words. I'm going to get a total red flag. This is Thuja, which is actually, I found out, arborvitae. I'm a horticulturalist, or former, so I guess it never goes away. So I'd like to look into playing with that myself, because I got one right out front. Most of us do. And silica, so like sand stuff, it can draw things out. It's good. I like that. A couple blasts of that. It's a bit pricey, especially if you don't get other products from them, because they're from Canada and it's $10 shipping. Then again, I say that on this one, but the rest of my things are about $7 shipping, give or take, depending on the companies, unless you're buying from the big evil giant. Nutrimetics makes Berber Panella. This one's really important as a brain rinse. So if you're doing any fighters or anything like that and you need to rinse that stuff out of your brain, you can feel it when you take certain things. Like I took 2 olive leaf today and it was really strong, and right away I got a headache and my eyes felt awful. This would be a go-to there, and usually these would be heavier doses, like starting out in the 19 drop range, and then sometimes you could just need an assistance of 9 drops here or there. This is also a good antioxidant, I hear, so sometimes when you're sick or something like that, I'll test. And I had rehydration in that category because it's really important to keep your cells hydrated. If you are not hydrated, you got nothing, really. It wasn't until I magically cut coffee back to 2 measly cups from 1 pot a day this past New Year, and I don't even know how I did it. I didn't set an intention or anything. It was just like, it's time, lady. And so I got real strict, and I've been replacing it somewhat with caffeinated teas, but I only need an extra cup or so there. But then you're taking away the acidic nature of the coffee. I was buying clean coffee, which was a penny and a half, and I still do, but because coffee is another moldy one. So anyways, I wanted to tell you real quick, this is like one of the ones I've been replacing it with. Now these are Pfizer or something, Unilever, so trust at your own risk, but they're yummy. This one tests for me a lot compared to some of the other ones. They have vanilla, a macaroon, and during Halloween you can find the pumpkin spice chai one, which is nice. But I had this with a hearty shot of that raw goat milk the other day. It was like my first creamy tea I've ever had, and it was really nice. The kids were outside, and finally had a me moment while I was coloring. So nice. And then my other one that this is bonus content here. I'll make you guys subscribe. My friend turned me on to this cinnamon horchata. Horchata is like a rice milk Mexican drink or food, I'm not sure. Anyways, this is kind of wimpy, kind of light. When you first have it, you'd be like, this is only like mediocre. Steep it 7 minutes in a small cup, and you have that before bed, because this has passion flower or something in it. And I thought, no way am I ever going to be able to line that up right with bedtime and stuff. But I am such a good mommy that I do hydrotherapy for my doggies almost every night. And we had a flea problem start, but I got them these new natural collars. I will post about that on Facebook shortly. They're activating now, so hopefully it works. But it's some magic silica microchip frequency things that radiate their heartbeat and repel. So But yeah, I set up their Rubbermaid tub with the water, the soapy water, and then I make my little tea and I go and we sit in a dark red light bathroom and I dip my doodles. And it's good. It's good for their aching muscles and, well, the other guy, he bounces off the wall still. He's fine. So, and good for the fleas and good for me, I guess, in a way. Although I find it hard to do. I have low back pain and then I come out soggy wet with my clothes, but I keep doing it. And that little cup of tea kind of is enough to get me through it sometimes. Things aren't perfect here at all. They're not easy by any means. But we're making it. Adios, till next time.